can't believe we have to reopen this case.
That's what happens when you have more than one credible suspect in jail.
And both of whom are now claiming they're innocent. But you know what? Glass half full here. I mean, luckily we only have about, 20, 30 pending cases? I'm happy you're here to help me. Instead of Mexico trying to track down El Fideo.
No, thank you.
Help me.
I'm happy to, partner. So I can believe that Eli told you that the cartel's not after Dario or anyone else in my family for that matter. Which also means that the son of a bitch who was driving that car was probably Dario's silent partner and is still here in Salem.
I assume you've seen this.
Chad told me he was going to confess.
Theo, I respected your right to make your own choices. I took Valerie's advice to stand back and try and let you be independent. That was a huge mistake.
Yeah, according to you.
I know what kind of work you're doing for the Damaris. You compromised yourself. You broke the law. For what? For nothing.
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Bad news? Is that a euphemism for I royally screwed up? I'm a world-class idiot?
I take it you've heard.
Chad confessed to killing Deimos. Yes, I heard. I was wondering when you were going to get the nerve to tell me.
What's wrong?
Here, look at this.
Well,
I mean, do you think that means that they're gonna let Sonny go?
I guess it does.
Thought the Damaris never admitted to anything, ever.
Must have been really hard for Chad. Coming clean like that.
You're feeling sorry for Chad? I mean, your cousin was in jail for murder, and Chad just let him sit there.
Look, I know how hard it was for Chad to come clean. Because I'm planning on doing the same thing.
Hey, well, if you're looking for Joey, he's not due for another half hour.
No, I'm looking for Kayla. Have you heard from her?
No, You don't know where she is?
No. We had a pretty bad fight yesterday. She didn't come home last night. She probably slept at the hospital. She's not returning any of my calls or my texts.
Well, give her some time. She'll cool down. She always does.
I don't know, Roman. I'm afraid this time our family's so broken. I don't know if we're going to be able to fix it.
It's my brother.
Well, he'd be your half-brother, but we don't have final confirmation yet. We all know Ava was a liar, and this Raymond's less than trustworthy.
But you believe it's true?
I think it's possible.
You know his name?
Tripp. Dalton.
Are you gonna look for him?
Joe, I don't think I have a choice.
Caleb.
through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
All right, there you go.
Thanks. So you remember the day Kayla had to pack up her office and move out?
Yeah. She got reinstated that night.
She's sitting right over there at that table with Tripp. And even though she just lost her job, she was still talking to him about helping him get into medical school.
Right?
And we were here at the bar. You were telling me how Joey's guilt had gotten worse, not better.
Yep, I remember that.
Well, things have gotten even worse since then.
How so?
Tripp figured out that I was lying to protect someone when I confessed to Ava's murder. The problem is he jumped to the conclusion that Kayla was responsible for his mother's death.
Damn it.
And then he was going to make her pay. He's the one who set her up at the hospital, tried to ruin her career. But when that didn't work, he snapped. He threatened to kill her.
How's Abigail?
She's better, but you can't see her. Excuse me.
Please, can we talk?
You know, I don't have anything to say to you.
Can I talk, please? Go somewhere private.
No. It's here or nothing. And I don't have much time because I'm working.
I get that you don't want to be alone with me.
You're right, I don't want to be alone with you. And if this is about Joey,
This isn't about Joey, okay? This is about me. I need to say that I'm sorry.
Glad I caught you before you went to work.
We could have talked at the station.
This needs to be an off-campus conversation.
Coffee?
No.
So, what's the topic of this off-campus conversation?
Me? Us? I don't think I can work with you anymore.
Still don't know why Eli's got to play everything so damn close to his vest.
It's how the FBI operates.
Well,
you
it's
know.
crap, okay? It is. All right. She doesn't trust me. I get that after everything that's happened with my own man and my brother, but you know what? I'm not the only cop in this shop, all right? What about you? Why doesn't he bring you in on the loop?
Right, he did. He told me that El Padilla wasn't involved. But the Fed is here in Salem.
Well, it's not exactly full disclosure now, is it?
Well, it stopped you from taking off in a wild goose chase to Mexico, didn't it?
Yeah, maybe it did. I don't like the idea that the guy thinks that he can run this investigation by himself, okay? If he knows something, he should let us in on it, right? He wants to take all the credit, that's fine with me, but I don't want someone else getting run down 30 miles an hour. It doesn't make any sense.
Apparently Eli doesn't seem to think there's any imminent danger.
Yeah, of course, he wants to believe that there's no imminent danger.
And he wants to make sure that before he makes a move that his case is airtight.
I've been racking my brain. I've been trying to think of anything that Dario said or did that will lead us to the partner. Nothing. I questioned Myron, you know. I mean, he doesn't know a damn thing. Right? Obviously, Dario wanted it that way.
You're right. You're right. He wasn't about to tell anyone who he was working with. Maybe for the same reason Eli won't. I'm thinking that whoever it is, it's gonna be a major player. It's gotta be someone we'd never suspect.
I read the report. Chad told the police about that photo of him wiping the fingerprints off the knife. That was the picture on your laptop, right? I assume that's why you were so desperate to get it back from me. That was no run-of-the-mill IT job. That was you helping the Damaras to destroy evidence in a murder investigation.
I know that.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can say. Damn it, Theo. You could be arrested as an accessory after the fact. Oh, I wish your mother was here. Maybe she could get through to you that the DeMeras are corrupt. They use people. Good people.
Dad, I am a DeMera. I am a DeMera, okay? They didn't force me to do anything. I wanted to help Chad, my uncle, and I would do it again.
So now I'm your whipping boy.
You know, I woke up this morning to discover that our stock had plummeted overnight. So I turned on the TV and I found out why. Because Chad had been arrested for murder. Now, do you remember when we moved heaven and earth to get that picture of him destroyed?
Oh, don't be condescending. It doesn't suit you.
We did that because we knew if he saw the picture, then he would turn himself in for Sonny's sake. Well, he turned himself in. But it wasn't because of that picture, because it was destroyed. It was because someone told him about it.
Yes, I told him. Abigail was dying. He deserved to know the truth.
He's in jail because of that truth.
Well, I'll get him out of jail. But I wasn't going to allow him to think that Abigail was going to walk out on them. He deserved to know how much she loved him and how much she was willing to sacrifice for him.
Oh, I see. Do you know what your little romantic novel moment did to our bottom line?
Perhaps your devotion to the bottom line explains the fact that you're married to a man who doesn't love you for the 8th or 9th time in your life. Well, that was uncalled for. My apologies. You provoked me. You didn't give me a chance to tell you that Chad has realized he didn't do it, so he's withdrawn his confession.
Well, maybe he should have thought about that before he turned himself in.
Well, at least we agree on one thing. But I have lawyers who are handling Chad's release. But there's a complication. Sonny, it seems, has also recanted. So that's going to take some time for us to work out the situation. In the meantime, I think in the end, Chad will be free.
Right. Well, in the meantime, I need to deal with the board, and they are apoplectic.
Oh, well, why don't you let me talk to them?
No. No, that's the last thing you should do. They believe that you're mentally deranged.
This is all my fault. I have to step up and face the consequences for what I did. I have to finally step up.
No, Joey. What you need to do is you need to think about this.
I have, Claire. I can't live with the guilt anymore. I just can't.
Okay, what about the other people? What about your parents and Tripp? You know what happens if you tell him that you were the one who killed his mom?
I did tell him.
I can't undo what I did. And I can't expect you to understand or forgive, but still need to say that I am so sorry for what I did to you. It's no excuse, but Uncle Angelo just kept saying that you needed to pay. But he didn't do anything. I did. It's on me. I came here that night to tell you that I knew. To make you admit it. But then I saw you sleeping. And I thought about my mother. She was asleep. She was in bed, sick and helpless, and all I could think about was you holding that pillow over her head. And I thought about her trying to breathe, to stay alive. And then all of a sudden, I was holding that pillow. That scalpel. You were never anything but good to me. And I was just so wrong about everything. There's no excuse. You're right, I deserve to go to prison. It's what I did.
I know that. It was unforgivable.
Do you want to tell me where this is coming from?
No. Do you want to stop playing bored, disdainful super cop?
You're angry with me?
I'm not the only one. Rains keeps pressuring me to tell him what I know from working with you. He really, really doesn't like being kept out of the loop, and I don't blame him.
Listen, I can't care that Rains' little feelings are hurt.
No, he's not hurt. He's furious. And he's furious at me for not telling him what I know, and I couldn't even tell him that I pretty much know but this.
So he's furious, huh?
He threatened to fire me. I, of course, handled it beautifully. I told him that he may have the power to fire me, but that my dad has the power to fire him.
Shrewd. That'll definitely cement your relationship with him.
And it's a totally empty threat. I'd never put my dad in that position, and he wouldn't let me. He's the most honorable man I know, and he would never use his position to pay Rains back.
Okay. So if our purpose is still here and is still counterfeiting, then the FBI does have jurisdiction, but that does not mean that we can't start our own investigation.
Finished that forensics report yet?
Yeah, they said they were dropping it off this afternoon, so.
Great, we really need it.
Oh, hey, sir. How are you doing? Anything we can do for you?
Tell me you know where your brother is.
Well,
We're working on it, sir. He seemed to have reached a dead end.
I think he's long gone.
Yeah, we're pretty sure he's left the country.
Well, you should have called him. At least he's gone. One less criminal to worry about in Salem.
So Tripp decided it was my mom who killed his mom.
Yeah, I know. He told me that yesterday, but he didn't say anything about you.
Really?
Yeah. No, he just said that he was leaving Salem. I mean, I tried to talk him out of it, but I don't think I got through to him. But Joey, from the way he acted, I do not think that he's going to turn you in.
That doesn't matter. I am. I need to own what I did. I have to.
So Joe is determined to come clean. Kayla's a mess. She can't face the idea of him going to prison. But he's in hell. You know, he's been going to therapy all this time, and he's not getting any better. He's getting worse.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So I think that we should stand aside and let Joe do what he thinks is right.
Really? What happens to you, Steve? You did perjure yourself.
I don't much care what happens to me right now.
Well, Kayla does.
Oh, what a mess. I have 2 sons, and look at the things they've done. I guess the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree after all.
Well, this is good. Having you sitting here beating yourself up like that, that's really going to help everybody. Especially Kayla.
You know, she said that because I feel guilty about Tripp, I put him ahead of Joe. Maybe I did.
She'll get past that.
I don't know. You know, she said that if Joe goes to prison, she's going to make damn sure that Tripp does too.
She said that.
Where the hell do we go from here?
Whether or not something is unforgivable.
I know you can't forgive me right now. But you're right. I should go to prison.
You heard me talking to your father.
And I was just gonna take off, too. But, I talked to Claire, and she helped me see that I would just be running away. And if I want other people to pay for the things they've done, then I should too.
I was very angry when I was talking to your dad. And we both know that I could go to the police. I have every right to, and tell them what you've done. But I'm not going to do that. You're Steve's son, and I don't want to ruin your life any more than I want Joey's ruined.
to say.
You don't have to say anything. But there's something you could do.
So you have no idea where your brother is? Any information on the hit and run?
I'm sorry, sir. We tried following up with Lonnie, but we're not
And you got nowhere. Yeah, that woman seems to have forgotten exactly who she works for.
Why didn't you tell him what Eli told you about Dario's partner?
I played the family card with Eli. I'm not telling anyone but you what he told me. If I keep coming back to the same point, why won't Eli tell the Salem PD what he knows?
And I know the counterfeiting case is still open, and I don't want to leave you without a partner, but...
Lonnie, it's fine. Okay, it's not a problem. We made a lot of progress on this case. Hey, thank you. But I think you should stop working for me. Effective immediately.
That was easy.
Well, I don't want you getting in any more trouble with Rains than you already have. I think it'll be better all around if you just go back to being a full-time cop.
All right. Well, it's been real.
Hey, good morning, Lonnie.
Morning.
Oh, there's a bit of frost in the air, it seems.
Yeah, unusual for August.
Uh-huh.
Is this supposed to be a very formal breakfast?
What do you mean formal?
The necklace, the earrings? What, are you on your way to the palace?
Maybe. Listen, Ave gave them to me. Aren't they beautiful?
You're the one always saying family first, right, Dad? Well, Chad is my family, and I did what I did to help him, and I'm not going to feel sorry or apologize for it.
You didn't help him. He's in jail, and that's where you could end up, too. Chad didn't think twice about what would happen to you when he confessed.
No, he came to me and talked to me first. Now, are you really going to be mad at him for doing the right thing?
I am mad because you covered up a crime. I can't think of what position this puts me in. I'm the mayor, for God's sake.
So this is what you're worried about, your position.
Oh, damn it, Theo. Because I'm the mayor, I cannot help you. I just have to stand here and watch.
I'll be fine.
Well, you're going to be fine, all right. Because you are going to quit that damn job before you end up in jail with Chad.
No.
What?
You heard me, I'm not going to quit.
I'm mentally deranged.
Yes, that's the board's perception of you. I don't want you taking any action or saying anything without my permission. Actually, much better, unless you have my blessing, especially when it comes to Chad's predicament.
Regarding Chad's predicament, lest you think I stood idly by while he made that appalling decision to turn himself in, I did my damnedest to change his mind. I even tried to enlist your dear friend Gabby in the effort.
Let me guess. She couldn't stand seeing Sonny in jail either because she sees him as a father figure to her little daughter, right?
Right again. But I think we should get back to a more pressing subject at hand. I think I need to remind you of something. You run DeMera Enterprises, the business. I'm a member of the DeMera family.
I think you're the one who needs the reminder.
Whereas you're a hired consultant with a 6-month non-renewable contract. And when I divorce you, you will be on the outside again, pressing your nose against the DeMera window.
Yes, your last name is DeMera, but you are not your father's son. He would never, ever resort to empty threats.
I know. And neither do I.
You know, I think a smart lawyer can argue mental duress for both Trip and Joey.
Maybe Justin can help.
Yeah. Steve, listen to me, okay? Very closely. This could be the wrong thing to say, it could be the right thing to say, but I was afraid I was going to lose Eric to alcohol, despair. I would have done anything I could to help him. Hell, I would have done his time for him, but I couldn't. All I could do was just wait and try to stay steady. Steve, I'm caught. So you gotta know what it did to me to watch my son, my golden boy, go to prison. But look at him now. Look at him now. I thought that going to prison would be the very worst thing that could happen to Eric. But now, I'm thinking maybe it was the best.
Dad.
Joe?
I'm sorry, Uncle Roman. I need to quit. I can't give you 2 weeks' notice.
So you've made up your mind?
I can't live like this anymore. I'm going to the police station. Dad, will you come with me?
Sir, I told you that I am no longer working with Agent Grant and that my allegiance is to the Salem PD.
Really? But you don't want to tell me what he's got on Dario Hernandez?
If I told you that I could be prosecuted for divulging classified information.
Well, we don't want that now, do we? Father might fire me.
I'm sorry I said that. It was totally out of line.
Not always wrong.
My father would never abuse his office like that, and I would never ask him to.
So, did Abe remember your birthday and I didn't?
No, it was just a spur of the moment.
Looks like a pretty expensive spur.
Yeah, he's been pretty generous of late. And he told me he got a great price because he paid cash for it.
Did he now?
Mm-hmm.
Theo, hey.
Hey.
Heard about Chad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Something else wrong?
I just got in a huge fight with my dad.
Oh, no. About what?
Well, he wants me to quit my job. He doesn't like the work I'm doing for my family.
Does this work have something to do with Chad's arrest?
Kind of.
I really hope that this work doesn't get you in trouble.
Oh, Kate, is this it? Are we staring at those irreconcilable differences in the face? Is it that neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye?
No, I would happily say goodbye to you right now.
Oh, well, go ahead. Divorce me. Be free. Be beautifully free. But you can't divorce me, can you? Because if the board found out there was fraud involved, they could press charges. So you see, I do have some weapons in my arsenal after all.
If I were harsh, then I apologize. You know, there's been so much pressure on me. Dealing with the board can really be brutal.
Kate. Realizing that she's overplayed her hand.
You do what needs to be done to get Chad home. I'll take care of the business. And the two of us will just forget this conversation ever happened.
Oh, Kate. So we do know we have one thing in common. We never forget anything.
Damn it. I gotta take care of this. It's important. The place is yours.
So, you're absolutely sure this is what you want to do?
Yes.
I'm glad you're both here. Trip has something he wants to say to both of you.
It was the
Hey. Something wrong? You look a little upset.
Yeah, just, Leo and I had something of a disagreement.
Sorry to hear that. Well, hey, look, I just wanted to come by and thank you for taking such good care of my mom.
Well, she doesn't need anyone to take care of her.
Yeah, trust me, I know. But that doesn't mean she's not enjoying all the presents, huh? What's going on? You won the lottery?
So any leads on Dario Hernandez?
No. Unfortunately, he's beyond our reach.
Is the case closed?
No. Far from it.
You sound just like my dad. He doesn't think I did the right thing either.
No, I didn't say that. I know that you think you did the right thing, which is what matters. No, I just don't want to see you get hurt. And I'm pretty sure that that's where your dad was coming from, too.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to quit my job. I am a DeMary, you know. But I don't want my dad mad at me either, and
It's gonna be okay. Promise.
Abby's doing so much better.
Good.
She was finally able to give a statement.
And?
She wasn't able to add anything that Chad hadn't already told us.
Well, that's terrific. She'd be our only hope for catching this guy.
What about that? Brady. We'll be right there. That was Eli. He wants to see us. Now.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's talk to us?
Yeah, let's go.
I almost just froze over.
so Kayla has said that she is not going to press charges against me. And Joey,
you don't have to say anything.
Yes, I do. You've paid for what you did. And I'd be some kind of jerk not to see that after what I did to you and your mom, we can all be pushed to do bad things. I'm not going to tell anyone about you killing my mother. I just want all this to be over.
I think that's what we all want. Right, Joey?
I couldn't talk to you at the station. It's pretty explosive. I know Hope told you about your brother's partner, but this time I told you who it is. You're not gonna like it.
I'm sorry.
For what?
I know you don't like people invading your space.
I mean, this is different. You're my friend.
Yes, Mr. Shin, Chad will be home by the end of the business day, out of jail. I thought Andre was handling the situation as well, but once again, he wasn't up to the task.
I think that we have all been through enough. And I hope that we can treat this as a family matter. We don't need to go to the police. We don't need to ruin two young people's lives. I think that we need to get counseling so that we can work on healing together.
Joe.